Good music, huh? It's nice. Hello. Good evening. Let's see. A little bit louder. All right. So today's task is to texture this whole thing, or rather to properly unwrap the mesh. I have no idea how to do that, but we'll try. I think Rhino has the functionality. At least I've seen Rhino. People doing this unwrap thing in Rhino. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's jump in. Let's begin immediately. Okay. So, what do we do? I guess the pipe needs to go away for a bit. Oh, by the way, I've added a few details. I can show them here. Hi, Arda. Hello. A little bit of detailing for the eyes, a little bit of detailing for the cylinders. A few N-gons that we removed. Oh, and one more thing. This tube right here. This tube was a little bit too thin. After I modeled it, I noticed that it's a little bit too thin, so I'm gonna just scale it down just a tiny bit. Maybe we can just grab these and also this loop and just do something with it. Shift, scale, maybe like that. Maybe drag it a little bit back. Like that. Yeah, should be fine. Okay, that's one thing that I wanted to change. The music is a little bit on the loud side, isn't it? Let's just kill it a bit. Okay. So now for texturing. When we select the shape, we go to Properties, Texture Mapping, and there is this wonderful Unwrap button that I don't really use. So let's see how we can actually use it. Okay, Unwrap. Select seams. What if I don't have any? Can I just hit enter? It's doing something. It's thinking. Hello, Mikhail. Hello. Oh, and yeah, you can ask me any questions you want. Okay, UV texture coordinates were successfully unwrapped, so at least that works. What now? I guess it's the UV editor, right? We need to create one, drag it out somewhere here, and okay, that's the whole mesh that we get. Okay, so we definitely need seams. Without seams, it doesn't know what we want to do with it. Right. Okay, so we cancel out of that and we start making the seams. let's just do one for now, to just see if I understand what it wants. So we can start from something simple, such as here, I guess. Let's try this edge loop, and then this edge loop. These two. Hello, Mark. Hi. I'm just here trying to figure out how to unwrap things. And I guess we need a in-between seam somewhere here. Like that. The goal is to do this in Rhino, but we will be doing some things in Blender, such as posing and so on. But before we do that, I want to texture it in Rhino, just to see if it's possible, basically. Okay, so we have this. I will add it to the named selections. Selection 1. Perfect. And then let's try selecting this, going to texture mapping, unwrap. And then it asks us for seams. I have this pre-selection here, so I can just hit enter, I guess. And hopefully it's going to, like the rest of the mesh is going to be messed up, but hopefully it's going to unwrap this area properly. It takes quite a bit of time to unwrap this mesh. I guess it's a lot of polygons. Well, also it's not a mesh, it's a sub-D geometry. UV texture coordinates were successfully unwrapped. Okay, cool. Let's go back to layers. No, not to layers, to here. Create a UV editor. Drag it out here. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's our little ribbon here that you can see right here as I have selected it. So for this we actually need, let's do it this way, like that, and zoom in here, like that. And let's use a texture to actually show it. So if I scale this up, yeah, the texture scales together. That's great. That means I can make this bigger. Place it somewhere here. And now we can see that the texture here is, you know, not great, but okay. And I can mess around with this. For instance, let's smooth this to 100 or 100 steps. Hit enter. The distribution gets a little bit better. And this kind of wrapping I think is kind of good enough. It's not great, but it's fine. I can also try to do something like mesh edge. Does it recognize loops between... No, you can't select loops properly with the mesh edge. Or cell loop? No, cell edge loop. Yeah, you can, okay. Enter. And will I be able to just scale it? Drag it out like that. That did nothing, did it? Or maybe it did. I don't see it doing anything. Let's try again with this now. Cell edge loop. This. Enter. Scale it to 0. Drag it out. No reaction on this side, which is very strange. So this kind of works, but everything else doesn't. Okay, I guess we need to smooth this now. Quite a bit. Hit it with smooth one more time. Yeah, okay. Okay, the polygons seem to follow the seam a little bit better. Okay, so we have successfully unwrapped like a small portion of it. We're going to do... Well, I guess now we need to have a lot of seams all over the place to be able to unwrap it all. Yep, a lot of manual labor. Escape that. Select this. Go to texture mapping. Clear. Clear. Delete mapping. Great. And now let's do it one by one. Yikes. Oh, Arda has written a whole damn thesis here in the chat. I'm an architecture student, third year. I have been working hard and yesterday my exams have finished. I remember that I was dreaming for today, but today I feel aimless. In my to-do list there are things, but somehow I'm feeling unwilling to do them. Also, I don't want to do any enjoyable stuff. Were you also like that after jury time? Kinda, sorta. Yeah, I get what you mean. You can, how do I phrase it? I think you're just burned out, aren't you? Seems like you're just burned out. Chill, relax, watch Netflix. At least for a while. Once you're done chilling, then inspiration will come. It's basically when you work at high tempo, you know, for your thesis or anything like that. Once the tempo is over, there's like a pretty intense downtime. So where you don't really want to do anything. I think that happens all the time. Don't stress about it. Okay, that. Yeah, okay. This is not going to be that painful though. Seams should be hidden because texturing will look worse in those areas. Interesting. Okay, so I shouldn't do seams on the outside of the panels. I should do them on the inside, right? On the inner edge right here. Okay, thanks for the tip. Let's do them that way then. Gonna be a little bit more annoying to catch them all, but hey. They don't call me a Pokemon trainer master for nothing. Get rid of the gumball though. Okay, we have that, and then I guess we need to do this. Like that. Perfect. Watching my videos will boost your motivation naturally. Sure. Sure. You know, yesterday, speaking about motivation, yesterday I boosted my motivation by watching Bo Burnham's special. Not even special, just listening to one song that he did for his special. The guy is insane. really cool. Okay, so we have that. That should do the trick. Let's save the selection before I accidentally unselect it. Is there a way of how to mirror the selection to the opposite side? I guess there's not, huh? I'll just need to do this a lot. Ah, shit. What did we do? How to go back? How do I go back? Do I just double click it? Yeah, I do. Okay. So for some reason, this decided that... Oh, that's... Is that right? Yeah, that seems right, huh? Okay. Yikes. That's gonna be rough. They should be placed strategically. Oh yay. Why? Why does it have to hurt? Why does every part of this, why does it have to hurt? Guess that's just the way we roll, huh? Fine. That's fine. At least the panels enable me to do the unwrapping quite quickly. So at least that. And it's gonna be a kind of a crappy unwrap, I know. But hey, if it works, it works. Save this. You didn't miss much. Oh, and UV unwrapping is the worst part of 3D modeling? Cool. Good thing that I'm streaming it then, and doing it for the first... Wait, is this... No, this is correct. Good thing that I'm streaming it and doing it for the first time. You know. Gotta keep the whole thing entertaining for everyone involved. Ay, ay, ay. It's gonna be a little bit painful. I'll test it out real soon, just to see what we get. I think I did the inner one, right? Yeah, I did this middle one, which I know is kind of stupid, but hey, my mesh, my rules. Also, god damn, that's a lot of lines there. Wait, why is this not matching up? Oh my god, there's a little... Is there also a little doodad there on the opposite arm? Huh. Hello? Oh, there you are. But wait. This is strange. Why does this connect properly and this doesn't? More importantly, do I care? Perhaps I do not. I don't care. No one's gonna see that. Okay, we save this. Let's try. I think let's try. So, select this, unwrap. Yeah. We do selection 4. Hit enter. Mark, you seem like you know your shit. What's mapping channel? Do I need to be mindful about what mapping channel I use, or is it just whatever for? I want one texture, a single, like I want to have a single bitmap for the whole object or model. So I guess then the mapping channel doesn't matter, because this is for multiple different bitmaps, right? This is a little bit crashy. Is it because it's sub D? I don't think Rhino likes us. Oh, it did it. That took a while, to say the least. But it did do it. Okay. And this doesn't look great. But I think it's because of just the size of the UV map. Also, what the hell is this? Oh, this is like the rest of the model, huh? Okay, the channels are for layering different textures. So this is like the rest of the model, and this is the parts that we actually unwrapped. Okay. So if I take this, by the way, it's lagging like crazy for me, so sorry if I'm slow. If we take these, let's just move them away somewhere here. Let's just scale them up just to investigate. If this works out, then more. Is it possible to change the size? Sorry, is it possible to change the size of the texture rather than changing the size of the... No, it's not, is it? Because I want to change the size of this grid now, but doesn't seem like I'm able to. Anyway, this seems to work. So these are being mapped kinda properly. Okay, so we need to do a first pass at this and then clean it up. Yikes. At least the music's fine. I finally found good music that you can stream as long as you don't monetize your video, so I'm okay with that. So we delete that, get rid of that, and get rid of this, and stick to this, and then continue on working on it. That. We're gonna have so many seams. So many seams. I don't even know what we're gonna do with all the seams that we have. Well, I do know. We're gonna texture. We're gonna texture them like crazy. So stuff like this is kind of rough. I think we need... Okay, so we can't do that. We need to do this instead, which is okay. Thank God for panels. Okay. Then let's do this. No, not that. This. Let's do that. Ooh. You said hidden, right? So Mark is saying... Oh, I disconnected for a second. That's cool. Mark is saying you're making a lot of islands, which you can do, but I think it would be simpler to split bigger parts, like an arm, and try to unwrap it in one piece. Like peeling an orange. But what if I want differentiation between materials? So basically the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I want a different material to be in between the plates, right? So this plate, this large plate here, has one material, and in between we have something else. And that's why I'm doing it. Mark Carey. Yeah, Mark knows what's up. Okay, we do that then. Using tiling theory. I have no idea what tiling theory is. Unroll surface sub D. No. We're basically, that's what we're doing here. But to unroll something like this, you need seams. You need, you can't just unroll it. It will not. That will definitely not work. Made a boo-boo there. Needed to be here. Like that. That's better. And then here. And here. Ugh. So guys, don't forget that I'm trying to keep this as a closed... I'm trying to keep this as a closed sub-D, a single closed sub-D. Right, so I can't explode it. If I explode it then and texture it, then I will not be able to join it back up. So this thing needs to stay. Or will I? No, I won't. I won't be able to join it up. So this thing will need to stay as a single closed mesh. That's why it's a little bit painful right now. But we're gonna get through this. Okay, need to save the selection though. You would export the unrolled UV map to an image editing software and there place textures in different areas like a collage. or you have to do different UV channels, I think. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unroll it, and then I'll play with it in Photoshop. So I'll create a custom texture for it in Photoshop that only fits the bunny rabbit. That's the plan. Because we're gonna make this thing game ready. I'm thinking maybe we do Unreal Engine video game with this bunny rabbit. That would be pretty cool. Being able to actually walk around with this character in our own little game, in our own little metaverse. Clickbait. Immediate clickbait. I made my own metaverse character. Click here, found out how it looks. Then whoops, it's just a bunny rabbit. Okay, that and that. Enclose this inside the sphere, tile the sphere, and then project the tiling onto the surface. No. No, you're not listening. I want the seams to have a different material than the plates. These seams in between the two plates need to be black, while the plates are, let's say, red, right? There's no way to do that in, with a sphere. I need to separate them out without separating them out. Yeah, that's the best explanation I have of it so far. I need to separate it out without separating it out. While still keeping the... Oh, that's an ugly one. While keeping the mesh intact. If you Google UV map, you'll see a nice example in images. Let's do that. Yeah, okay, this is exactly what I want to do. Exactly this. It's kind of small, but you'll get the idea, right? Pants, their own mesh, or their own island. Hands, their own island. Arms, their own island. Face, their own island. Like every single material is separated out. Every part is separated out, while the mesh is still completely intact, right? Not exploded. That's at least the plan. That's the idea. How do you do this? And I guess for every cylinder I need some sort of a... Maybe I can do it this way. Like that. Then we have a box here, that's fine, that can be unrolled, unwrapped. Okay, let's do it that way then. I'm probably missing a lot of the edges here, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh, beautiful polygons. Okay, that. And now for the stilts. Hey. Okay, so this whole box gets unwrapped, that's fine. Then we have a little bit of a cheating area here that we can use. Then the rest, I don't assume this is gonna be unwrapped cleanly, but ask me if I care. I do care, god damn it, I do care. So for this to get unwrapped, we need to separate out, or maybe we don't. Let's try with it as it is right now. If we'll have problems with it, we will create more islands. Replace. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Then, unfortunately, the more we do, that was a mistake. The more we do, the more convoluted the preview gets, and the harder it is for me to understand what I've already unwrapped and what I didn't. That's a little bit of just a tiny problem. I wish we could color the edges. That would be very nice, but we can't. So that sucks. When I move it, I can kind of see what's going on. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This thing needs to be managed, and we can manage it right here. Right here. And then I guess right here. Okay, so that's done. And that's easy. Then we have this perimeter here. That's already taken care of. The hell is this? Oh, this needs some love. Inner or outer? I guess inner. Like that. You can control the... Hey, don't delete it. Don't delete the messages as I'm reading them. Then I get confused. Maybe tab will help actually. Tab doesn't help. But I think we are close to done with the body. And now it's only head that is left. I'm probably, again, missing a lot of things. Oops. Oh yeah, and tab, really. We need to look at it like so. This is much better, much easier to work with. Except here, because here I have no idea. Man, I wish I named all of the panels. As I was like didn't delete the pre-selection of the panels as I was doing them. So right now this is not the most easygoing task. Like that, and close it off or not? No, it doesn't close off. Of course it doesn't. Why would it? That would be way too easy. Now we need to get into here and somehow select an edge. Is this the edge? Is this the edge? Maybe. Oh my god. This is just a mess of things. Get in there. Camera, get in there. Almost. Almost. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Slowly. Ah, crap, I'm inside of the polygon. Can't. Nice, okay. And then unselect the polygon. Well, that was fun. Let's never do that again. It was in regards to UV texture multiple channels. My bad for deleting. I wasn't live on your stream, so you already moved on pretty far. Oh, yeah, that happens if you watch the delayed recording. No biggie, no biggie. Okay. The back is kinda done, I think. And then this island right here. Do I need to make, like right now, in between the panels, I'll have a mesh that is basically this kind of network. I assume I need this mesh to have at least a few seams so that it can be unwrapped properly, right? Or else it's just going to kind of mess up with unwrapping. I think that's how it needs to be done, right? I'm not sure. Let's wait for someone smart to answer. So I definitely don't know. Okay, and about these. Later. Well, we'll do some detailed unwrapping a tiny bit later. Just tiny bit later. Okay, so we have inner one there. There, let's do the same thing for the opposite side. Okay. 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 So we have that. That looks symmetrical, right? All of our unwraps. Yeah, seems like it looks symmetrical. Okay, so we continue then. Let's save it. Struggle. Yeah, like a cylinder. Currently, you're only selecting islands, like the round top faces, but you also need to select an edge that runs along its cylinder body. Wonderful. That gets me, yeah, very excited. So that means that this needs to be also selected, right? Like cylinder tops. Oh, wonderful. Oh, this is not even a clean selection. Okay, so that's fine, that's done. And then zoom, goddammit. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's done. Now this ear. We will use like a pretty shitty polygon loop. But I think that that loop is going to do us wonders when we will try to unwrap this. And then I think it's the wrong one. No, it's the correct one. So then I need to do something like this, right? But you said it needs to be hidden, right? So at least running along an edge of some sorts. We can do that. We can indeed do that. Something like so. Of course it's a triangle. Why wouldn't it be? Okay, like that. Okay. So that's taken care of. That's one edge loop. And then we repeat it here, huh? Oh, did I do the small one there? I did. Good, good. Smart. Okay, that, and then that. So that's done. At least the bottom ears are done. The top ears though, yeah. They need their own unwrapping. Shit. I guess here we need to make like a proper seam like that. And it needs to do the same thing here. Like that. Okay. It doesn't need to be hidden, but if your textures aren't seamless, it will show when they are wrapped around. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Most of the textures are going to be just, you know, dents and so on the and scratches on the paint, so I don't think it's gonna be that visible. I think we can get away with this. Doing this. So it goes all the way around until here. I wish it didn't go there though. Where the hell is this edge? Ah, there it is. This is just so confusing. Okay, so that just straight up connects, huh? Okay, cool. Whew. Oh, and nicely wraps around as well. Yeah, okay, we can use that. I'm gonna get tired if I just do it properly. Ah, fuck. God damn it. Do we skip? No, we don't skip. We do it. Oh, we don't need it to wrap around actually. All we need it to do is just that. and that's gonna be good enough. So on the thin one, it's the first, outer first, this. Yep, selecting the seams. A very... I don't even know how to call this. Making the mesh was nicer. Like building the mesh was a more pleasant experience than this. Maybe because here I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, while with the, you know, 3D face part, learning topology, at least I knew the basics of it. Basics of it. The basics of it. While here is just... This is probably right, I'm not sure. Also, the shading doesn't really help. Just gets in the way. Super Zen process, sure it is. Like I really enjoy trying to figure out what the hell am I selecting. Because there's too many lines right now. Okay, replace. Okay, so that's done. Then here. Okay. Maybe this project is a little bit... Maybe I bit off a little bit too much with this project. You know, just a thought. Just an idea. Maybe I could have done a little bit smaller project. That would be a little bit more entertaining to watch. Or maybe it is entertaining to watch a person struggle, I don't know. Dark Souls blind speedrun next up. Poggers. Okay, that and that. And not just that, right? Or maybe just that, we'll see. So reflect select doesn't exist. Not for this. Not for this. At least to my knowledge it doesn't. Maybe it does. I don't know how to make it work. Okay, that. Then here there is like really... It's gonna be so tricky. Because we will need this and this to be separated out. This and... No, not that. Wait. Jesus Christ, I can't see anything. Yeah, those go in. But here they don't. Oh, right, because this is a different kind of an eye. So here they should stay as they are. But the seam is then here. Like that. And then from here until here. Oops. Of course, we accidentally selected. That's great. Like that. So that's the cylinder seam. Do I need a cylinder seam? Because these are just gonna be metal. They will not have a texture. Ah, sure. Let's just have it. Why not? Okay, so that gets separated out. Then the cap or this also needs to be separated out, but only until here. This one is an easy one. Nice deep rabbit hole. Literally. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm getting tired, so let's unwrap it. Let's just see what we get so far. Unwrap. 4,552 seams so far. I assume this is gonna... Wait, we need to escape out of this and save the freaking file, because I assume this is gonna be on the edge of breaking. Right, enter. Okay, question to the chat for Blender users out there. If I apply a texture, this kind of a UV unwrap, to a sub-D geometry, right? Will that transfer, and I export the sub-D geometry as an OBJ? Will that transfer into Blender? Or not? Like, will the mapping be correct in Blender? Because Blender doesn't understand sub-D, does it? So I think it's gonna be messed up. Oh yeah, I have one thing to show you. Wait. There it is. I'm printing it now. Little by little. Now back to focusing on me. Back to the screen. Okay, it transfers with meshes. Without hole? What do you mean without hole? That one was 4 hours. Now I'm printing the legs. Those will take like 6 hours. So this is still doing it. It's still unwrapping, by the way. I think we will... if this continues, we'll need to do it in Blender. Because this is unreasonable, like the time that I need to wait. And with more and more islands, it's just going to increase. So every time when I'll want to make a small adjustment, we'll need to wait for how long we've been waiting. Check Task Manager. Nothing. Nothing. It's literally not optimized properly. Oh, when I showed you the ones with cracks. No, those will... those models cracked like quite a long, like after a year or something like that. And also all of the ones that cracked were hollow. This one is not. This one is fully resin, fully filled. Rhino and McNeil could support your streams as you push this app and its features like safety and unwrapping to the limit. It can be an honest review, which should be beneficial for future improvements. Sure, they can jump into the chat anytime they want. Discuss the features and the bugs with me. Maybe certain parts that I say are bugged out or not optimized, I just don't know how to use them. Right, and that's on me then. In any case, I use Resin MUV unwrap as an unwrapper, then import the model. There are features like V-Ray for Rhino 7 that need to be improved. V-Ray is fine. Like there are certain parts of V-Ray that oh, it's done. It did it. There are certain parts of V-Ray that I think could be improved, but mostly I don't have any problems on any issues with V-Ray. Okay, let's see. Small. Okay. I'm trying to scale it, but that's a no-no. Okay, let's try 50. I wrote a number. I'm just waiting for it to stop freaking out. Okay, 50. Enter. Trying to unselect it. This is on GTX 3080, by the way, with 48 gigabytes of RAM. Just so that we're clear about the, you know, about the optimization of this program. Okay. So most of it is fine. By the way, can I select? No, I can't, huh? But maybe I can Control-Shift select and then it's gonna... No, I still can't select it here on the islands. Rhino does use it. Of course it does, but not for calculation, just for the preview. But even the preview lags. Quixel Mixer. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna use it, but not for this. It takes so long because it needs to figure out additional seams to be able to unwrap, since you probably haven't made it totally unrollable. It's much nicer in Blender though. Yeah, that's my assumption as well. Okay, what's that? Just random pieces for some reason. Spread out in all sorts of places. So now we need to figure out what the hell this area is. And also what we missed. So these are the areas which we missed. This, and this. Everything else seems to be okay. Except for the scale. Would I be fine with an RTX 3070 and 48 gigs of RAM? You would be more than fine. Of course. It's you would be super fine. Would it be easier to split the model? And then what? We split it, we texture it, and then we only are able to use it for rendering, right? Because it's all different pieces. So that would be bad. Oh, there's a loop here. That's actually unwrapped properly. Okay, and one... So now here, it's becoming very strange. One unwrapped well. Let's see the selection. The selection is identical, isn't it? No, wait. Oh, I missed one line here. Okay, that's good to know. I'm still gonna push it though. I'm gonna push it until it starts working. Okay. So this is the area that we missed. And this is an area that we missed. Like that. Texturing is voodoo to me. Yeah, to me too. First time doing it, by the way. I always use box map as an architect. Kinda tells a story about what kind of buildings I make, I guess. Back to show me the texture again. Oh my god, do I need to? And it's always going to place it like that? Jesus fucking Christ. Is it possible to... Oh, wait, it subdivides the mesh. So it's... Okay, so the way it works... This asshole, it meshes it. It meshes it. That's not good. So we're not texturing the... the sub D, we're texturing a mesh. So what's the point of having it in sub D? I guess none then. Then it's just a shit it's gonna be a shit show when we try to... Oh my god, how is this gonna work? So are we then, once we export it, will we need to use this amount of polygons? No. Okay, we need a better plan. We need a better plan. This is bad. So this doesn't work at all. Stupid. Do we... Okay, do we convert this into a mesh? We do. Extract, control polygon. Like that. Name selection sub-object copy not supported by one or more selected object types. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna freaking scream. So it doesn't remember, is what it's saying. When we export a mesh, it doesn't remember with the mesh the selection, the edge selection. So we need to do this all again. Did I answer my PC specs? I don't remember. Wait, now I'm having a crisis. Okay. Okay, shit. How do we do this? I don't want to do it again. I did so much. Fuck it. A fucking shit, bullshit ass program. Mesh. Low poly. Okay, question. When you create a... I'll answer it myself. Let's do it. Sub D tools. Let's just do a box. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. One more. Like that. That. And one more. Bridge. Okay, if we have this kind of a shape and we extract control polygon, delete that, we get the control polygon in here, we go to texture mapping. We go to texture mapping and we select the seams. Or not, unwrap it, sorry, and then we select the seams, and the seams are gonna be whatever. I don't care with this. So let's say so something like that. That. Sure, whatever. This gets cut off. This gets cut off, and the rest, that doesn't matter. It just needs to remember it. Okay, unwrapped, and then we go and create a UV map for it. Yo, what the fuck? Oh, that's a sub D. No. Extract control polygon, what do you mean? And then delete the sub-D. Hello? Delete the sub-D? Cancel? Ah, there it is. Texturing is like religion, it works only if you believe. Sure. Okay, so that selection and whatever that selection. Sure. And then let's just go for the seam in between. That's my new selection. We unwrap this. Select seams. These guys, enter, unwrapped, good. Show it to me. It's super messed up. Why? Oh, the bottom is super messed up. The top is fine. Well, fine is very subjective, but sure, it's okay. And let's just do something stupid with it, like 2 different scales. Okay, so we have that. If I then what do we do then? How to create a texture, a custom texture for this? It needs to be applied here, right? So for now, let's just find on Google. Let's just find grid. Sure. Doesn't matter. This one. Sure. Not QQQ. 1, 2, 3. That's. Oh, WebP. Fuck off with your WebP. Just give me a normal one. This. Save image. WebP. Are you kidding me right now? JPEG, okay. Still WebP. Am I losing my mind? I'll just do this 111.jpg. Should open up, right? No, it doesn't. Yes. Okay, cool. Is this just my bad luck, or are all textures these days some sort of a weird protected shit? What about you? JPEG, okay, save image. JPEG, okay, thank you, thank God. So we have a texture. Then I can, and that texture is rectangular, right? So I can just go in here and edit this, or probably I should just create a new one, right? Create new texture, bitmap. Where is it? There it is. Open. Yeah, a great grid. Amazing. Okay, then the question is, if we apply Catmull-Clark subdivision on this, will it keep the textures? Or will it be messed up? Let's see. I think it's gonna be messed up, right? Or even better, if I just do sub D, to sub D, like that. Mesh moves here, and then sub D is created from the mesh. And we check the sub D with this. All right. So it remembers. Okay. And what about with tab? Exporting to other apps may be possible, but you are the first one to do this type of UV unwrapping in Rhino on such a realistic and heavy sub-D model as I know. So in this case, the challenge is more important than the outcome. Sure, man. Sure, the challenge is more important than the outcome. Sure it is. I'm gonna cry. I guess there's a reason why other programs don't use. What am I saying? I guess there's a reason why other programs don't use. Sorry, why Rhino is not used for UVW unwrapping. Yeah. Okay. Color is gonna be a texture. Let's just slap it on there, and let's just see. In ghosted view, no. In shaded view, no. In rendered view, yes. Okay. Default material, no, that's the wrong one. Generic material, no, that's the wrong one. Which one was it? Custom one. Okay, cool. Custom one material. It's the same texture, isn't it, right? Okay, it retains the... What the fuck is happening right now? We're learning about Rhino texturing in Rhino of a little bit more complex objects. Most general 3D programs have horrible UV unwrap systems. I have to import all my stuff into 3D code just to unwrap and then export it back out. Okay. Let's do this bit by bit then. I will take this edge loop, or rather I will take this mesh and I will make a copy of this mesh one more time. I will take this edge loop and I will split, or sorry, I will split this mesh with this edge loop, which I can't select because it can only split a sub D. Mesh split. Yes. Cutting up. Why? Why must you be like this? Why are you like this? Okay. Delete this whole thing. Good. Split this joint mesh. Okay. Delete that shit, delete that shit, delete that shit. Left with this. Something a little bit more reasonable for a beginner. Hide everything except the arm. And work on the arm properly. Okay, so we need to select all of the edge loops that I think will be necessary to unwrap this object. Let's just do it with the arm. Even the arm is a little bit too complex, honestly. Like for my skill level. Why am I streaming this? This is not good for my ego. This is very bad for my ego. My ego is bleeding right now. Usually I know what I'm doing. Usually. Not now. Okay, so we have the... Nope, not all of them. That as well. We have the plates selected, kinda, yes, maybe. That one. Sure, that's good enough for what we're trying to accomplish. That and that. And on the inside, right there. And that will probably get unwrapped. It won't, I know, but maybe. It won't. Let's do it properly. That, no, that's the inner one. The outer one is here, and then it goes all the way through there. And way too long, so let's shorten it. Because it only needs to go until here. Okay, so we have that. That's good enough seam. I know, there's a thumb there, but we don't care. Save that. Selection 1. Unwrap with these edges as seams. Unwrapped immediately, by the way. Expand. Different texture, please. The regular grid, please. That. Scale it up. Move it away. Okay, so this is closer to what I want to see. Right? And let's see which meshes are still messed up. So this one is messed up, naturally, because those are the seams. Everything else is okay except this. What's this? Oh. So we need a few more. Selection. Are you guys seeing this? This? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Rhino? Hello? What? What? It doesn't remember the saved selection. It reshuffles the indices of the edges after I have unwrapped it. Okay, before I go to another room to scream, is there a fix to this? Is there any other way of how we can store the data of edges? No. No, there isn't. Why does it reorder the vertex num? Why does it reorder the indices after we've done the UV unwrap for the mesh, but it doesn't reorder the indices after we've done the UV unwrap for the sub D. Okay, I've freaking give up. That's it. That's it. We're done. We're done. We are freaking done. We're gonna do something else instead. UVW unwrapping is going to be done in Blender, and it's not going to be done today because I'm freaking mad. Let's do what do we do? Oh yeah, I said I'm gonna scream in another room. I'm gonna do that. Let's turn on this and let's rename this to that. Explode the rabbit. The rabbit did nothing wrong. Understandable. Have a nice day. I'll be back in like five minutes. I need to think if we do some 3D printing prep, or if we do some modeling, or if we do some posing in Blender. While I'm doing that, I'll load up Blender, I guess. So be right back. Gonna scream for a bit. Just a second. Okay, screaming done. I have an idea what we can do. Not with texturing in Rhino, that's for sure. Rhino is a CAD CAM program that's, yeah, it's used for designing for manufacturing, but it can do all sorts of things. That's the nice thing about it. Texturing is not one of them. Texturing is definitely not one of them, but when it comes down to making things that you can actually build, yeah, that's the program to use. I myself am an architect, right? So this is way out of my comfort zone. I should make a building in the stream, honestly. Then it would not have any hiccups, but maybe it's more fun to see me struggle. Yeah, so it's a NURBS based. Rhino is indeed a NURBS based program. Oh yeah, I can show you one thing. I was messing around with it in off stream. So these are the parts that I'm currently printing. Right, just with simple slits here. Converts into a mesh pretty neatly. Right now we have this. I'm printing these two, and then we're gonna need to print these as well as the support for the back. That's what we're doing now, but as it is right now, I can only show you. I guess we have some new people in the chat, so I can show you now. We have only manual camera focus is nice. Nope. Yep. There we go. This guy, not cleaned up, not at all, but that's, there we go. That's the first part. Come on. Just trying to focus on the, yeah. So the detail is okay. I will need to clean it up quite a bit. But once we're done that, should be a pretty nice little figurine. How's it going with your metal ring? It's being printed. I'll do a video on it. It's still in production, so to say. Okay. Color of the print, the resin that I had, like the cheap resin that I buy. Don't feel discouraged with UV unwrapping. It took me at least 3 to 4 projects. The bunny is also pretty complex in terms of unwrapping, so I'll go with Blender since it has better unwrapping tools. Yeah, I'll do that in Blender for sure. Let's export this bad boy. OBJ, I guess, right? Bunny. From Rhino. Save that. I don't care. Okay. In Blender, let's import it. So, newsflash, I don't know how to use Blender as well. Yep. That's the reality where we live right now. Me streaming things that I don't know how to do. Okay, there's our bunny rabbit. Just position it somewhere here, maybe. Like that. I think it's Shift S, right? No. Object. set origin to 3D cursor, and then Control A, apply all transforms. There we go. There's our little bunny rabbit. And of course it's unsubdivided, right? Then I want to pose it, right? I want to change its pose a little bit. Nothing drastic. We're not going to make like a fancy animation out of it right now. But I do want to introduce a little bit of dynamics into the figure. So I guess we need to create a skeleton for it, right? Basic human meta rig. And here I'll need some help, because I don't really remember how to do this. I think it's something like that, and then you scale it down. I did it once, so yeah, that's fun. For instance, can I get rid of the nipples here? Maybe I shouldn't. Let's position everything in this. Like that. Then the wrist goes probably somewhere here. Then we have a bone going here. Then the pelvis, together with that, goes here, which makes the other bone a little bit too small. That's a problem. Maybe that? I don't know. If I'm doing something very stupid, let me know. Because again, I have no idea if this is correct or not. Like that. Probably like that. This is where it rotates, right? So the socket needs to be somewhere here. You can have it automatically rigged with Mixamo. I don't want to automatically rig it. It's fun to learn how to do things. At least for me. Okay, we have that. Then we will have this somewhere here, probably. And then there's like a mess down there. Ah, right. So I guess it's something like that, right? Probably even lower. Something like that. Because this is like a finger and this is the foot. So it's walking on fingers. I have no idea if this is a correct way of doing it, but hey. We're gonna do it either way. Oh, and this is too low now. This needs to be somewhere here. Actually, looks fine. Then the elbow is here. Then the wrist is here. And the end of the finger is here. Okay. That's done. The spine seems to be going through, kinda through the middle, but I kinda want it to go a little bit back. Like that, and then it disconnects. Why? Oh, it doesn't. like that. Nope, 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 nope. Back to here. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Why do you keep disconnecting? Don't. Like that. So it's not actually the spine, it's like the core. And then the head is like here, I guess. Like that. Does that look correct? Somehow it feels like this is not correct. Maybe it needs to do this. Sure. I almost know what I'm doing. As if I almost know what I'm doing. Oops. I'm gonna search for a tutorial now, unless you guys know. Shush. Shut up. We did that. We did that. We did that. Do we need to apply the scale to the rig? I guess we do, right? I guess we do. Right, I'm just going real quick through the tutorial to see. Yeah. It seems like we do need to apply. Control A, scale. Okay, so that's done. Then what? Guess we just go to armature. And I'll just choose to have it in front, while here we have it like that, so that we can actually see it, and then we choose to generate rig. That's done. I'll just save it real quick, because now the next step, it used to crash for me. So rigged bunny. Save that. And then I think all we need to do is just enable. We don't apply this, though we apply the bones, right? And the bones can be hidden. So wait, I need to hide this now. Hide collection. No, I just wanna... How do you hide things? How do you hide things in Blender? Alt H? H? Is it just H? Let's try H. Yes, it's H. Okay, and the tutorial tells me to use one of these. No, wait. I'm being stupid now. So if we go to pose mode, select everything, and we do H, and then shift select this, and go to wireframe. What then? What then? Object mode, select the rig, shift select the body, and Control P. That's gonna be Control P. I think I know this. Yes, it's gonna be, we parent it, so Control P, and we do, no, that's not it. Maybe it's other way around. Maybe it's first the body, shift select this, and then Control P. Yes, with automatic weights. Something's changed here, but it seems like it's it did the thing. Then let's hide the bones, I guess. First of all, what did it change? Not much, honestly. Let's turn off the bones and let's... How do you unhide? Help? How do... I hid it. Now how do I unhide it? Is it Alt H? It is Alt H. Okay, good. So at least that. Did he manage to UV unwrap it? I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna freaking ban you. Something H. I'm gonna... Okay. So we have this, right? Is that all we need? Can I now just select this? Oh yeah. Oh, that's a nice twisty boy right there. Most of it seems to work. Okay, so that's cool. Now we can actually modify it. Boop, boop, boop. Which is nice. Let's do some sort of a pose. Doesn't matter what kind of pose we use. Let's do some sort of a pose. Let's say, what do we do? One leg, G, Y, GZ, no, not GZ, GX, out a little bit, R, Z. What the hell is the twisting motion? Why is it doing that? This is also doing that. So we can't really do that. That's fine. Is T-pose mandatory for rigging? No, it's not. At least, I don't think it is. Like that. And then, how do I rotate the whole... Okay, so that does that. It means we can do something like this or that. Like that. Auto banned word in Houdini. No idea what you mean. Like that. So I'm just making really small adjustments, but trust me, it will add up. Okay. Make a pose like a 100-meter runner when the gun goes off. Do you see my skill level? Do you think I am able to do that kind of a pose? No. This is something that I wanna test out. File, export, OBJ, and this is going to be Bunny 2. Export OBJ. So we get something like that. Yeah, I think that's fine for the pose. Then back here, file, import. File import. Where is it? Bunny OBJ, Bunny OBJ, Bunny 2 OBJ. Open. Okay. Very small. But I remember I scaled it. Oh, there's a whole damn rig there. I scaled it how many? 100 times, right? So like that. No, we don't do that. Just rotate it like so. MV to 0. Zero it out. Move here. I only care about the mesh, honestly. So yoink. And then we do grasshopper stuff, I think. Let's see. So my idea is, if we have one mesh, right here, and we have a second mesh, right here, and these meshes overlap perfectly. Right now this is just me testing it during a live stream, and if this works, then I'm gonna do it off stream and then continue on with it later. So we have two meshes, right? Mesh 1, mesh 2. So this is pose 1, pose 2. If I say, give me all the vertices between mesh 1 and mesh 2, please draw a line between those two vertices. Ah, interesting. It doesn't. So it doesn't retain vertex indices, huh? Interesting, yes. Okay, that's fine. Still not a problem. Because we can move this away. And instead of this, why are you crashing? Okay. Instead of this, let's hide it. We can import file, import Bunny to Bunny from Rhino. So this one should have the same indices, right? Because that's the one that we used in Blender. So all we need to do now is to have two bunny rabbits. Is to have two of these meshes Enable. Oh. And one of these meshes needs to be here. That does not work. Does it need to be grafted? Could it be that it just needs to be grafted? Probably not, huh? Shit. No. No, it's just the indices don't add up. This one connects to like list item. Flatten that. Like that. You can see that this vertice has the same indices as is this even a vertice? Hello? Wireframe? Oh, as this vertice. So these don't line up. That's fine, kinda, because here I can... is it possible to go to rest position? Show armature and binding pose or final pose state. Rest position. And I can export this now. Right? No, not delete. File, export, obj as bunny1. Do they still have the same amount of points? They should. There's no reason why the bunny should collapse in terms of... Actually, what? 23206. 23206. Yeah, it just gets reshuffled. That's fine. Again, that is okay with us because I will delete this bunny and I will import the rest position bunny from Blender. Scale it up 100 times. Rotate. Delete the necessary bits. Move it. From here, it's good enough, to here. Is there a way to reorder and max vertex numbers in Grasshopper? No. Set one mesh. Move the mesh away. Yes, a perfect match. Okay, that means that all of the lines match up now. Okay, and that means that if we evaluate curve at 0.5 and hide literally everything and only look at the points for now, we should have an animation. We do. Okay, so now how do we make a mesh out of these points? I think all we need to do is deconstruct one of the meshes. And with it we have the mesh face information, which we can use to construct a mesh. Again, with the moved points, with the face information that we have. Voila, we have ourselves a mesh that we can animate. So initially what we're doing is we're creating keyframes in Blender. We're creating keyframes in Blender and we are running it through Rhino, right? Running the animation through Rhino. Okay, so now we can create a subd. Subd from it, subd from mesh. And it should be fast. Lol, it's not. Okay. But it's something. It kind of works. Let's do a custom preview just for a second to see if this looks fine in the Arctic view. Here's our bunny rabbit. Okay. So we can do that. Except that here it bulges out and like crazy. Oh, no, never mind. It's fine. We can do that. Meaning that if we run then kangaroo simulation on it, we can get a cloth around the bunny that will follow its movement as long as we use a zombie solver. But we're gonna do that later, not today. For today I kind of want to render it out though, so let's think how we can do that. Can I just parse it? V-Ray render. Geometry. V-Ray geometry. Blam. Material. Where's the material? From file, from project, yep. That needs to be plastic blurry gray, I guess. Oops, sorry about that. So that's our V-Ray geometry. Then let's look at the controls that we have. CPU, no, we use RTX, interactive, yeah, progressive, yeah, bucket, yeah, whatever, quality, medium, sure. Output image, for now we don't care. Output resolution, how do you write output resolution? I want like 1280 by 720, something not too intense. Then camera, if there is no input, the current active camera position will be used as render view. That's fine. Light rig, is there like a V-Ray light rig simple? Yes, please. Bam. Gradient on, reflect GI on. Sure. Let's just run it to see if this is gonna work. Can you please inflate it? No, yes, but not today. Yeah, it would be fun though. Okay, so we have it checking. The resolution needs to change. Also, why can't I resize this screen? Hello? Okay. The resolution needs to change, and let's change it like that. Okay, good. Zoom in. Like that. Wait, am I? Oh, I'm clipping. Okay. Is this still clipping? It's kind of clipping. Zoom in closer. Like that. And now I think if we just change the parameter here. So this doesn't update. The mesh is now different, like the render mesh and the mesh here are two different meshes. So another bug. We're on a roll today with bugs, aren't we? Okay, maybe it needs let's see if the render needs some time to reinitialize. Okay, so this is that, and then I move the slider. Cool. So the geometry gets parsed only once. So the geometry doesn't change and cannot change. Will it be the case? Bug. Yeah, today we're catching bugs like crazy. Would it change if we do render render in project V-Ray timeline? What will it change if we do V-Ray timeline and we use fraction in here instead? No, it still doesn't change. Oh, but I need to hook up the timeline to the timeline slot here. Still doesn't change. Cool. We need to stop this and reinitiate render. If I add a timer to the render component, it's just going to crash. Straight up. Okay, let's do like 60 frames. So not a lot. 2 seconds. No, let's do more. Let's do like 120 frames. Right? And it starts at frame 0, ends at frame 119 then, right? Because it starts at 0. Okay. Then let's do gradient, please, off. Don't want it. Reflective environment on, GI on. GI environment color, light on, light color, light angle. Yeah, all of these can be adjusted and made nicer. We don't care. We don't care right now. All we care about is this thing working. So let's stop that. Let's change this from interactive to production, quality to like low, and output image. Let's just do a new folder, frames, and save it as a JPEG. Bunny. Okay, let's hit it with a render animation and see what happens. Okay, that worked. What next? Kind of fitting for a sci-fi Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny. Oh, dad jokes all over the place. Looks like an angel from Evangelion for me. Well, yeah, I'm inspired by that. I'm just rendering a few frames to see if it's gonna work or not. Is it using GPU or CPU though? Okay, it is using GPU. That's good. Reminds me of the anime Overman King Gainer. King Gainer. Is it a new one? Okay, got it. Sure looks like that. Okay. Now let's start looking at it in the through the frames. Okay. It is doing it. So this idea works. So we can create keyframes in Blender and then render them out in Rhino. I'm just wondering how would we do more than 2 keyframes? Interpolate curve, I guess. But with interpolate curve it would overshoot. So we would need to do a polyline and then fillet it. I think that's the best way to do it. Like a softer polyline. Softened polyline. Or a polyline that's rebuilt with, let's say, 10 points and then softened. But yeah, okay, that works. That works. Texturing, I will work on texturing. But I will work on texturing first by myself a little bit in Blender. And then once I get a hang of it, I will show it to you in stream. I think tomorrow I will stream again. I will stream again tomorrow and we will work on making this 3D printable. So we will pose it. You know, we'll create a cool pose for it and we will divide it up into parts and print it not with the SLA printer but with the FDM printer. I'm laughing at the comment of roboticized Baphomet. That's a good one. Try tween through meshes after importing a sequence of poses from Blender. You can set the interpolation type to smooth. That's pufferfish, right? I think that's what they do, honestly. Supports will be fun on FDM. Oh, trust me, I've printed worse things. Much worse things in terms of supports. Do I have any here? I have one. Wait. Wait. Full cam. I have this figurine. Gunpla figurine. So I've printed the backpack in FDM, right? And even though it's nothing too fancy, the focus is a little bit off, isn't it? Even though it's nothing too fancy, but it's very small for an FDM 3D print, right? And all of these kind of parts fit together. So the supports for them, kind of getting them out were rough, to say the least. Anything that is bigger, not a problem. All you need to do is just have a bunch of sandpaper and patience. And I sure have patience. I don't have sandpaper though. What's the bottom? I have tutorials on this whole process, by the way. The bottom is rock. I can actually. Need to be careful with this. There we go. The bottom is a rock garden. You know, like those Japanese rock gardens where they assemble, how do you call it? Arrange rocks in a very aesthetic way. That. Also, of course, 3D printed. I have a script for it on the channel. It was around the same time as I was doing this. You can check out, like on YouTube, you can check out the Gunpla, my custom Gunpla project. I think it's called. Yep. Right now it's just collecting dust. That was fun. How long does it take in resin versus FDM? Generally longer. FDM is longer, for sure. Well, depends on what you're trying to print. Like, it's very hard to compare those two because resin works in, like, it doesn't matter what happens on the build plate. The build plate can be completely full with objects that are being 3D printed. The layer time is going to be the same either way, right, for resin. So what resin printers in terms of time only care about is the height of the print. How many layers will it need to do, right? Because it goes 5 seconds per layer and it's 0.05 millimeter like thickness per each layer. So you do 0.1 in 10 seconds, so 100 seconds is 1 millimeter, right? So do the math. A little bit more than that. It's gonna be like 150 seconds because there's downtime in movement. So it's gonna be 150 seconds. With FDM printing, it's like how many pieces do you have at the build plate all at once and so on. But in my experience, printing figurines with FDM takes longer simply because it's a lot of complex parts, right? Back to here. Okay, I'm gonna call it today. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna stop the render. And let's take a look at the frames that we have. The hell happened here? Like, one frame just freaked out. That's interesting. Just a double bunny in one frame. Oh no, wait, it didn't get subdivided. That's cool. Never seen that happen before. But yeah, we have a little bit of a movement here. It's becoming alive. Okay. Finish. Close that. Shade that. Show. This goes away. This goes away. This is the bunny rabbit. We are done with the modeling process of the bunny rabbit finally. So are you like traditionally trained as architect? I'm new to this channel. Welcome, first of all. Second of all, yes, I am an architect and I teach architecture and I do architecture. On my free time, I struggle with stuff that is a little bit outside of architecture, such as BUNNY-MECHA 3D models in Rhino. It's probably better to use tween through subd than tween through mesh. Likely the same issue would pop up. Probably. Well, we'll fix that. I have like 5 different ways of how I envision it can be fixed, so it's not a problem. So I just try to do cool things in the channel. Things that I find cool and fun. Most of it is educational, some of it is just for fun, right? Good music. Okay, let's finish up here. Thank you all for watching. Tune in tomorrow when I will continue my struggles. Same time. And yes, it is fun, even though it's hard and frustrating. Frustrating and fun can coexist. And I will try Houdini sometimes. In the future. Sometime. But for now, just modeling until at least this project is over. Lots of struggle. True. Okay. Thanks everyone, and have a nice evening or day or night wherever you are. Bye.